miserable, wet day here. I can't believe that this time last year we had such bright, warm sunshine. We were going for walks over the hillside. It was just a lovely time to be able to explore the countryside around here and go on walks and sit outside. And same time of year this year, it's just we had a couple of weeks of nice weather, but that's it. Now it's grey and deluge and wet and there. So I hope the summer is coming soon, but at the moment it's a little bit miserable, and it doesn't really make me feel like I want to get out and do things and be productive. I sort of still feel in winter mode, like sitting in, watching things, reading things, drinking lots of tea. Anyway, hopefully the summer is on its way, but something exciting has just arrived with me, and so I wanted to open this on camera, as it were. Now, I just want to make sure, actually, I forgot to focus this, so let's see if I can do. Okay, I think we're in focus. I think we're all right, because you're going to need to see this, because on the back of here, can you see this? I won't show you my address. You can't see already my address that's on here. This is a package from John Sibbick, who you may know as a dinosaur artist. He's fantastic dinosaur artwork. But he also did the covers for Warhammer Fantasy Roleplay First Edition, Warhammer Fantasy Battle Third Edition, The Realms of Chaos, Slaves to Darkness was one of his. So very, very well established in the world of game artwork, and he's well known for his sort of scenes with lots of things going on, lots of little details that you pick out. And so when I was having a look at who to get to do the cover for the second edition of the Woods, John was one of my prime choices. Unfortunately, he was available. And so he did the work for me, and that was a couple of years ago. He's kept the original for a few years, because we had a deal where the original commissioned artwork was a little bit cheaper, because he was able to keep hold of that and use it for exhibitions and shows. I don't know if he has exhibited it anywhere, but I've been saving up a little bit in the meantime to purchase the original from him, and that's what's in here. So I'm going to open this very excitedly. I'm going to open this very gently, very carefully. It's kind of the first time that I've received original artwork through the post. I have an original Tony Ackland piece. Oh no, actually I did get that through the post, but that's only a little, almost half an A4 sheet piece. So I have that. And I'm completely lying, because all the Matthew Street stuff came through the post as well, but that was again A4, so not a large painting. But so I have a few pieces of original artwork, but this is the first time I've had a painting, shall we say, first time I've had a painting sent through the post. So I'm going to try and use this out quite gently as it's packed. So it's got 2 sheets of foam core here, not foam core, Cora board. Put the paper in between. Tear all the paper off, make it all apart. Here we go. Ooh. It's dramatic, isn't it? We should have some suspenseful music on the go. If I keep looking up and looking sort of to this side of the camera, it's because I'm looking at the screen next to the camera. Sometimes my camera automatically stops the video. I think partly because of how much battery is left, and partly because of the rating of the card that's in the camera. So we should be all right for this one. I just want to keep checking, because I don't want to carry on unwrapping if the video is going to stop and I have to fake wrap it up again. But this is the actual unveiling. All right. So here we are. So here we've got some of the concept sketches that John started with. So these are, you may have seen these, some of these appeared in Mythic Cycles. I had quite low res copies of these, so they're quite small images in the book, but I can scan these in and have some higher res. So here's some Boggart's guy with his kind of oak leafy outfit here. This is on very, very thin paper. Lovely pencil stuff. There's some fairies on their Fenabana, the white deer, and the Yaltog. And the Tibetan Mastiff, which is the dog that's the basis for the whist hounds in the woods. They're based on Tibetan Mastiffs. I need to get around to re-sculpting the whist hounds so that people can have them for their fey raid. Oh yeah, it's very cool. And the pixies. Oh, this is on slightly thicker paper. Here's a pixie. I'd seen this image before, the pixie with the badger. What I hadn't seen was this dog, this whist hound, chasing him. No wonder the badger's looking really worried. He's going to get bitten on the back by this mastiff. Oh, actually, this is the one that I'd seen before. So actually, I hadn't seen that drawing. This is the one with him pointing in the opposite direction that I had seen. Pixie, bluish colour, bareback, no saddle, spines on back, and head soft fur on chest and feet. Indeed. And then this side we've got what have we got here? So this is the original. Which of these is the original sketch? This is the original sketch. You can see the sort of the tree creature on the front is much lower down here in the picture, but it still has all of the essential basic components. John and I talked about how to make this scene. I really wanted it to be a wrap-round scene because that's what John is most famous for. So it was designed as a wrap-round. Unfortunately, because of the way that Lightning Source prints the print-on-demand rulebooks, we weren't able to have a wrap-round cover. They kept rejecting the file. So we've got two separate images there. You've got the front image and the back image, which is this strip down the left-hand side on the rear. But they are actually one image. They are supposed to be joined up. So if you've got one of the first print run volumes, that will have the full image as a wrap-round on it. You can see there's the refinement with the tree creature coming up tall here now, but it's still quite the face is on a branch rather than on the trunk of the tree here, and the figure is in a bit of a different pose. They haven't got the lantern in this image. I think is the lantern in this one? No, so this is all just sort of gesturing towards the mountains, but so that developed on into this image. This image here. So you can see this is where the cover cuts off, and then this is the back side of the image marked on here. Lit by moonlight, deep valleys, animated tree. But you see that as yet there's no lantern here, so we decided that this image needed to be a bit warmer, because at the moment this was going to be the rest of the cover background was going to be green, and this was going to sort of blend in a bit too much. You needed a bit more of the kind of yellow reds to make it stand out here. So then John put the lantern in here on the Tuatha in the centre. You've got the Yaltog and the Mastiff and the Pixie and the Badger and the little brownies there into the scene. So these are there's the final. So there's the finished sketch, which it's probably won't see, probably too light. But here's the finished sketch with the lantern in place. And this is an earlier, slightly different composition with the badger, the pixie on the badger, as the central character, which I liked. I really like this, but definitely needed there to be a tuatha on the image, because the tuatha is the kind of the eyes through which the rest of the world is seen. So that's the concept things. This must be the artwork. Let's have a look. Ooh, so it's in a surround. That's very cool. There you go. So actually, it's very faithful to the colours on the book are a bit brighter. These colours are a bit more muted, but definitely very similar. And you can see the brush marks on that. Let me bring this a bit close to the camera, see if you can see. It's probably out of focus there. Yeah, this is very cool. Yes, you can see the brush marks. I'm not sure what he's working in. I should ask him. It looks like he's working in acrylics, but it could possibly be oils. It certainly is quite textural. There's definitely a rough texture to the surface there, particularly in these kind of furry areas. Tiny little signature here on the edge, but then also a signature on the surround. So I've set aside an area of wall in my studio that this is going to go in. So I'm going to get this mounted up and put on there. I think I've left quite a large area of wall, so but this should stand out quite nicely. I don't want to cramp this. I want to put give it a nice frame. I'll probably go with the same frames that I've got the Matthew Street artwork in. If they have a frame size that's big enough, I quite like that wooden edge. But if not, I'll get one done. Yeah, it's going to be very nice having that up. Very cool. And if you're coming to Woods in the Woods, as long as the weather's not doing what it's doing currently, I might have this with me then to show you, as well as some other things that I've been working on. So that's exciting. I need to get that framed. Very exciting. Thank you for joining me. And next week, what are we doing next week? Have I even decided what we're doing next week? Next week, I think we're going to have a look at the map that I've been drawing for the next Woods book, which hopefully is coming out in the autumn. So yeah, join me next week and we'll have a look at that map. Some of my artwork it's not as exciting as John's, but yeah, we'll take a look at that. So join me next week. Have a nice time in the meantime. I'll see you later.